Hello, loves. It's Nina Kovner. Welcome back to the podcast. It is Saturday, March 14th, and I know that you may be feeling some anxiety. I know that you may be feeling some fear. I know that with uncertainty, we all have different ways of responding to the uncertainty, reacting to the uncertainty. We all are having impacts on our families, communities, lives, businesses. This is a very serious time, and it's also a time to come together and to love more, connect more safely, of course, support more, and practice self-care more. I'm here to tell you that your feelings are valid and you need to feel those feelings. What I would also like to share with you are a few things we've been talking about at my company, Passion Squared, over the last almost now 10 days. On March 5th, we began the discussion in our A School for Owners group around communications that began coming out, that we were discussing different ways to approach this. Well, a lot's changed since March 5th, and there are two things that I want to share with you if you have not seen already, to help you, to support you, to guide you. And there's some other things as well that I want to talk about, but the first thing I'm going to do is share something I posted on March 10th on my personal Facebook page. This is the post. It's so interesting to me watching people's reactions and response to a global virus. We as a species are self-centered. We sometimes forget the impact of our actions, both short and long term. We sometimes forget we don't live in a bubble or on an island. We sometimes forget just because something doesn't directly impact us in the present doesn't mean that it won't impact others. It's like traffic. If we are mindful of everyone's needs on the road and are cooperative and see we all have the same goal to reach our destination, things generally run smoothing, aka merging. When we only think of ourselves, we create gridlock, anxiety, and slow the entire road down. The current state of our world is not about a single person. It's about being mindful, thoughtful, and cooperative for the well-being and long-term impact of all. If a school closes, now, of course, this was written on March 10th before all the school districts began closing. If a school closes, that impacts parents, which impacts work, which impacts ability to pay bills, which impacts ability to consume products and services, eat, and do all the things. Some children and college kids rely on their school for food, some for shelter, some for a break from an unsafe, unstable household. Compassion, empathy, kindness, and self-awareness are key right now and always. And of course, supporting small business. If there's anything myself or my company can do to help you, we are here. P.S. This is not a political statement, so don't even try. Simply my personal observation as I'm closely watching behavior globally and because I'm always curious and passionate about our world. So when we think about all the things that we're seeing online, it really takes me back to practicing healthy boundaries online, practicing compassion online and offline, of course, but where a lot of the anxiety is coming from and a lot of the energy, the fearful energy is coming from is all this online activity. We have to remember as business owners, our content is our marketing. everything that we share online is seen by a current or future client. And we are responsible for the energy we bring into the space, both online and offline. I want to caution you to be very careful and very mindful what you choose to hit the share button on. And I just want you to think it through. Think around the purpose of the share, think around the intention of the share. And if you find yourself in that process saying, I'm afraid, I'm hitting the share button, I'm attention seeking, I'm hitting the share button, I'm pissed, I'm hitting the share button, I'm going to caution you and advise you to take a deep breath and take a step back. And if you need to talk, text a friend. If you're in our A School or social school group, engage inside there, slide into somebody's DMs. We need to do our part to create calm, to create safety, to create good energy in a situation that is so not good. Also on March 10th, I crafted a blog post on the Passion Squared website. And this was around addressing specifically small businesses, salons, which is our primary business, and really looking at what leadership looks like right now. The title of the blog is Clear Communication is Kind, inspired by the quote and the belief system that clear is kind, unclear is unkind. And that's from the awesome Brene Brown. I'm going to read you that blog. As leaders and small business owners, it is always our responsibility to be clear in our communication, intentions, vision, and all the things. Today, now more than ever, in light of the COVID-19 virus, you need to consider how you are creating clear communication both with your teams and clients around your sanitation practice and process, along with your appointment and time off policies. We call them agreements at Passion Squared. And if you've chosen to adjust them, this is not creating hysteria. This is not contributing to hysteria. This is helping to eliminate hysteria. This is a topic we've been discussing over the past week in our A-School program, and one I wanted to bring to our larger community. Fear is a natural response to the unknown. You likely already know someone who has been impacted by this global emergency. Events canceled, schools closed, travel halted, all the things that have an impact on our communities, clients, friends, and family. I personally have been impacted, as has Passion Squared, and several humans that I know both personally and professionally. So what can you do right now? Here is my advice. Number 1, review your current sanitation practices and determine if you need to adjust them. Number 2, review your current appointment policies and determine if you need to adjust them. Number 3, review your current time off sick day policies and determine if you need to adjust them. Number 4, create clear, simple, kind communications for your team and clients. Some people fear canceling appointments when they are not feeling well due to the cancellation fee and loss of money. Some people fear public spaces due to anxiety and potential risk of them getting sick. Some people fear calling in sick because they may lose their job if they do. We have seen some incredible leadership from people in our community and wanted to share their announcements, posts. Oh, I just found a typo. Announcements, posts, and emails to help you craft your own communications and statements. Always be mindful of your brand purpose, promise, and people, along with using language that is most consistent with your brand. And there are several examples on this blog from Blue Milk Salon, from Gila Root Salon, from Revolver Salon Denver, from La Pomponnaise Salon, from Radically Curly, from Trianon Salon, and we even shared a TikTok. There are so many ways to communicate to ensure your clients and team feel safe, secure, protected, and cared for. If you'd like to share your ideas and ways you are communicating with your clients, we would love to share them. You can always tag us on the gram at Passion Squared. And before I go, please, I beg you, get your information and facts from trusted sources such as the World Health Organization and in the US, the CDC. Be sure if you are sharing any news articles or social posts that you have done your own research and are 100% sure what you are sharing is coming from facts and not opinions. And of course, wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Be kind, compassionate, empathetic, and remember, we will get through this together. So that was the blog. And I will share that blog link in this podcast post. So now what? None of us know what's going to happen, right? We have to remember to be where our feet are. We have to remember to take one moment at a time. In some cases, in some neighborhoods, as of this moment, it is business as usual, supporting our local small businesses and communities. Places are full. In some places, it's not like that. Right? We have to be mindful of the impact of school closings and be mindful of you may have to adjust your childcare policies and you may have to bring your kid to work if they're healthy and or your clients may need to bring their kids to the business if they're healthy. We just have to be really cooperative right now and really mindful. One of the things that is helpful to me in times like this, even though these times are unprecedented, I was responsible for a several $100 million company during 9/11. And we were, of course, as the world was, halted. And I remember just the incredible cooperation and the incredible stepping up and the incredible community that came and held space for everyone. And so I have faith. I've never lost faith in humanity, even though our world is just fucked up sometimes. As Mr. Rogers says, look for the helpers, and they're always there. They're always there. Being of service is helpful. Anything we can do to support a local food bank, to support a neighbor, to do shopping for an elderly neighbor. There's so many things happening in fundraisers and look in your communities and look to your local communities to see where you can support and contribute. I actually offered babysitting to my local community, and I got a text from my mother saying, Nina, there's a lot of liability in that. She took it very seriously. And I think because she knows I've never had a human child, she was a little nervous that I had offered babysitting. But actually, that offer still stands. Not opening a daycare, just a big asterisk. Not a daycare, just if you need some help, I run this business from home and I can help. So what are we going to do? We're going to be where our feet are. We are going to stay in the moment. We are going to practice breathing. We are going to practice compassion. We are going to check ourselves as much as we can when we begin future tripping into the unknown. None of us know what's going to happen, and we never know what's going to happen. I mean, any given day, I just, if you listen to the podcast, if you know the company, if you're a client, I'm honest. And the truth is we don't ever know what tomorrow will bring. We don't ever know what's going to happen with our business, with our community, with our family, with our friends. We don't ever know. Today is no different. It is scary. There's so much uncertainty. There's so much anxiety. But as individuals, we can shift the energy in the room. We can shift the energy in the room. And I'm going to challenge each of you to do your best to bring more light, more love, and more joy online and off. I want you to make others feel safe and secure in your spaces, in your businesses, and on your social platforms. I want us all to do whatever we can to practice our self-care. And please take those social media breaks, even if it's for a couple hours. I, of course, would urge you to do more, but I know it's also a place where we do get our news, and we do have to pay attention to the news right now as business owners and members of the community. But also, You need to unplug. You need to unplug. Loves, we are here for you. And as we always are. And if there's anything that we can do to help you, please reach out. No question is stupid. No request is will be minimized. This is a very, very, very different world we're living in today at this moment on March 14th. And it's even snowing outside in Portland as I'm looking out the window. I mean, it is a weird fucking time. And with all that being said, I've never had more faith in community. I've never had more faith in your ability, your strength, your courage. And we are not going to get through this without cooperation, without support, without compassion, without empathy, and without love. Okay? We are going to get through this together. Thank you so much for listening. I love you all so very much. You can find us on the gram at Passion Squared. You can find the blog at passionsquared.net or click the link in the show notes, which I will be putting up shortly. And you can always slide into our inbox at awesome@passionsquared.net. I love you all so much, and we'll talk soon. Bye.